Hi, how are you, Nandakishore?
I hope my audio is clear to you, sir.
Yes, audible, audible, audible.
Good, good. It feels incredible to finally be at this stage after working so hard. So yeah, I'm really happy.
And really so happy, to do this Zoom session with you. So, I just wanted to hear from you how you felt after you got the result and after seeing the rank. So, what was your reaction?
So I always studied for a rank. I
Oh,
studied
you
for a
studied
rank,
for a rank. Wow,
and
wow.
I was happy. Obviously, I was also relieved that it's finally over. Uh,
Okay,
I was excited, obviously, but
okay,
then I imagined these moments 100 times when I was preparing because I was preparing for a rank. I I've always imagined these moments. The moment I clear, the moment I see the rank, the moment I get
okay.
into Zoom sessions with my faculties, the moment
Oh,
I go to
oh,
IIM or ISB for the management development program. So I imagined
wow.
all these things. So for me, I'm living these moments. So
I
it,
mean,
it
it's good.
it's good
So it
to
is something
feel these
great
moments.
because when I yes, so it's so good to hear this because when I spoke to other students now, they said, "Sir, we never thought that we will get a rank, and we it's like we are in a trance." So it's
So
so happy to hear from you, like you created a vision and you made it into reality. That is something which is so great actually. So as many students are aiming for a rank and they will prepare, so can you please elaborate what kind of specific strategy that you followed? And you were also referring that you were a ranker at CA intermediate as well. So what rank you got at CA inter?
for Inter, I got All India rank 18, but then that
Wow.
was a surprise because I had not prepared for a rank. So
Okay,
at that
okay,
point, I was too excited.
okay.
So Uh, since I got a rank in Inter, I also thought I will prepare for a rank in finals.
Okay,
So in my first year of articleship, it was difficult. I couldn't manage my studies. At that
okay,
point in my first year, there was tension. There was a lot of tension. I wanted a rank, but I didn't know whether I would get a rank. I
okay.
think I was a little late to start the lectures. So my
Oh,
attempt was
okay.
November 24, and by
Hmm.
October 23, I had finished only 1.5 subjects. So I had
Okay,
finished AFM. I had done FR, but then not too well. From October
okay,
23, I started with IDT.
okay,
From October, so I actually started studying from October. From
okay,
October, I was studying every day, every single day I was studying. So from October, I had a plan.
okay,
I was targeting to complete the portions
okay,
by April, May because my study leave will start in June. So
okay,
from a strategy perspective, nothing special. It was just visioning myself to be at this stage and having a plan and executing that plan. The
okay.
so once I at if you would ask me in October of last year, I wouldn't think I would be a ranker at that point because I had not studied anything.
Okay,
But once I
okay,
started studying properly, once I finished
okay,
IDT, then I I did DT. Then I knew that I can complete the lectures on time. So that was building my confidence. So I was finishing lectures, which boosted my confidence.
okay.
And then I just started believing I'll get a rank. I didn't know whether I'll get a rank at that point, but finished all lectures by May, and from June I was done. By end of May, I was done with all these lectures. And as in, I had nothing
Okay,
else to do
okay,
apart from
okay.
study, right? So I just studied. I had a plan and I executed it.
Wow, nice, nice. And it's like how that plan, like you prepared a schedule, like today I need to read this, I need to complete this portion. So that helped you a lot. A planner, some kind of
I
plan you
thought
made.
of building a planner. I thought of building a written planner, and I did
Okay,
make it, but
okay,
I was unable to meet the targets in the beginning.
okay,
So
okay,
that was affecting my confidence. So that was
okay,
pushing me down.
okay.
So then I stopped preparing written planners, but I had a
Okay,
broader plan. As in,
understood.
I knew within 10 days I'll complete this subject. Within this
Okay,
particular date, I'll complete one round of revision. So that gave
Okay.
me a flexibility, and uh, that gave me a flexibility. So even though I was not exactly finishing my targets, sometimes it was going 1 day beyond or 1.5 days beyond. That was still fine to me.
Understood.
But if
Understood.
I was
Understood.
unable to meet a particular topic on a particular day, that was really affecting me. So I gave up
Okay.
on the written planner. So it was a broader plan, not like
Yeah,
so
yeah. So
detailed.
some kind of broad plan is required. So that, so because see, what happens is that only when you try to have a concrete plan, I can say a plan of action rather than a daily planner. So what will happen is that you will know, okay, what is that we need to do, etc. and all, and how indirect acts in particularly, helped you for achieving this rank. So how I think you got some 70 plus.
74. I got 74.
74. Yeah, 74 is actually very good marks actually. Because anything above 70 in this attempt is very good marks. Because what has happened is that you know the paper was very, very difficult. And given in this scenario, getting that marks is awesome, actually, to be frank with you. And because you after you return the IDT exam, I don't know how you felt. What majority of the students they told me was that, sir, it is completely out of the box. So tricky, small small points only, it was so tricky. And when I shared the MCQ answers with the Telegram group also, many students were like asking, sir, is this correct, are you sure is this correct, etc. and all, because many people thought this is the answer, but that is not the answer. So like that it was. Even when I uploaded one answer video also, immediately after the exams got over, many students were commenting in that answer video, no, you are wrong, this is not correct, what faculty is telling wrong, etc. and all. I thought, okay, fine, once the result comes, you guys will know. Because I know, because like as a teacher, we see what are all the nitty-gritties that are involved and how this question is being coined, etc. and all. So how it's like, actually 74 is a very good marks. Okay. And how this like marks has helped you in getting that rank.
So IDT was pretty easy for me. I
Oh,
didn't
super.
find it difficult. And I
Okay.
was actually expecting 80 plus. I got 74.
Yes, yes. No, this
Uh,
time actually those who are expecting 90s and all, they got actually in 80s. Those who are expecting 80s, they got in 70s. So which means that's what I said, na? Your
yeah.
marks is 74 means somewhere it is like 80, 85, that range. That is the range in which we can safely say. Because those students who said like, will stamp, we will get 50 plus, 60 plus and all, they got 45 like that. So overall, across the country, the marks have been reduced. So even I had an interview with AR1. Actually, he was aiming for somewhere 90 plus. So 90 plus and all he was aiming. And this is actually yours is like what you expected is only. But sometimes no evaluation, like how AFM this time is little lenient, like that IDT will be little difficult. This happens usually. So
AFM,
yes,
AFM was the most difficult paper for me, but that turned out to be
okay.
my highest scoring subject.
How many marks you got in
I
AFM?
scored 82.
82. Good, 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 good. Uh,
So I think from a if you're looking for a rank, AFM and IDT would be the subjects that help you the most because
Correct,
DT and audit are generally not very scoring.
correct.
So my target for IDT was always 85 plus when I was preparing.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's how I prepared. So even if I don't get 85, I'll like, at least get in 70.
Correct. Correct. And how my lectures helped in getting that score, whatever you have
It
thought of.
helped a lot. Your lectures, your revision videos, your books, that
Yes.
made a huge difference. So
Okay.
I was never. I'm a person who has worked in only stat audit for during my articleship. I've had
Okay.
no
Okay.
experience in IDT or DT.
Okay.
So I took your regular lectures in October of last year, the 200-hour
Yes.
lectures, because
Yes.
I had no
Yeah.
experience.
Okay. Okay.
And I think I finished the lectures in 2 months, 1.5, 2 months.
Yes. Yes.
So my aim was to build the conceptual clarity,
Mm,
and I think soon after I finished the lectures, I did 2 weeks of revision. I
super.
read through the entire book. I didn't solve the question bank, but I
Okay.
read through the entire book.
Okay.
Then after that was in December of last year. Then
Okay.
when it moved on to the final round of revision, so my study leave started in June.
Okay.
So then what I did was that I started with my most confident subject, which was AFM.
Mm.
So that took me 10 days. But then
Mm.
when I was studying AFM, I also parallelly started watching video lectures of uh, IDT.
Okay.
As
Okay.
in, when I was having breakfast, lunch, or
Mm,
dinner,
mm, mm,
I
mm,
used to
mm.
watch your revision lectures,
Okay. Okay.
particularly certain topics like ITC,
Mm, mm.
refunds, which are a
Yes.
bit lengthy and also a bit
Yes.
confusing because
Yes.
I have not worked in
Correct.
IDT.
Correct. 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 Mm,
So
mm,
by the time it took me around 9 to 10 days for AFM. So
mm.
by the time I was done with AFM, I watched those
Parallel
parts
IDT
of
was also
IDT
over.
which were not easy for me.
Okay.
So when I started IDT revision, it didn't take me a lot of time because I had
Okay.
already watched the lectures, right? And
Understood.
from a conceptual perspective too, from my first round, or in my first round of revision, I also itself I was good.
Mm.
So it helped me reduce the number of hours I had to spend on the conceptual part in from the second round, and I could focus more on the questions.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Nice. Nice.
Then so in my first and second round, I read the resource book entirely. I also solved the question banks.
Okay.
In my third round of revision, it was more of recalling. I was not reading anything. I just used to walk and try to recall what's there in this particular chapter. Then I used to come back and see whether I could recall everything that is there in the chapter.
Wow.
Then
Wow.
I
Nice.
used to highlight those points which I couldn't recall or which I found confusing in my third round of revision.
Understood.
And I didn't do the entire question bank in my third round of revision. In my first and second round of revision, again, I had highlighted those questions which were confusing or which I couldn't solve for future
Mm.
reference. So in my
Okay.
third round,
Okay.
I revised only those questions from the question bank.
Okay. Okay.
And I had another fourth round of revision. In my fourth round of revision, it was a 2.5 days of revision. So I was preparing specifically for the last 1.5 days before the exam. So
Okay. Okay.
my last round of revision, that was towards the end of October. It was for 2.5 days. And
Mm.
then I was specifically preparing for those 1.5 days, and my coverage was just your That's It book, and
Mm.
then those particular points in resource book which I had highlighted. So I
Okay.
was not
Okay.
reading the resource book entirely. I was largely
Yes.
relying
Yes.
on
Yes.
That's It.
Correct. Correct.
So I had also started reading That's It along with the resource book from my second round of revision. So I was
Okay.
comfortable with That's It book.
Okay. Okay.
So I was prepared for the last 1.5 days
Mm.
in my fourth round of revision. So that's how I did it.
Awesome.
I've not prepared any summary books. I relied entirely on your That's It book, largely on your That's
Yes.
It book,
Yes.
question bank and resource book and your revision lectures, nothing else.
So hope it helped a great like
Certainly,
yes.
certainly it
Yes.
helped.
Yes. And so what's next? Like now you're undergoing like you will be joining MDP. So after MDP, what's next? Like job, practice, business. What is there in your mind?
I don't want to do practice. So
Okay.
honestly, I have to speak to the people at my firm regarding my future. I'm yet to speak to them.
Okay. Okay.
So
Yes.
I think maybe at a later point of time, if we meet, I'll let you know.
Definitely. Yes. And you're from Kerala. Which part? Which place
I'm
in
from
Kerala?
Kottayam. Kottayam.
Kottayam. Okay. 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 Fine.
It's 60 kilometers from Kochi.
Kochi. Okay. I have been to Kochi couple of times, and even recently also from last 1 year, I am associated with Thrissur chapter.
Oh,
I've
I've
been
seen the,
frequently.
yeah, I know you teach in Thrissur branch.
Yes, yes, Thrissur branch. So very nice, nice to hear. And so all the very best for your future endeavors. And please be in touch. Definitely, I bless you that you should grow and go to the great heights and contribute more to the alma mater. Yes.
Thank you
And
so much, sir.
any specific thing that you wanted to ask me or any feedback that you wanted to give me? So you're open because now,
Uh,
see,
I
end
don't
of the
have
day.
any feedbacks. I just wanted to thank you. But
Okay.
the best part was That's It book and the revision lectures. Uh,
Okay.
it really made a lot of difference. Thank you so much for what you've done for us. It really means a lot.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot. And take care. All the best for your, campus interviews and other things.
All right. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Bye. Be in touch and do good. Anything, anytime. So don't forget that we are there. So always we are faculties, not only during the time when you are preparing for CA, always we are there to support you and keep growing.
Sure, sir. Pleasure to have met you. Thank you so much.
Yes, yes, yes. Take care. Bye, bye, bye.